Welcome to the AfroCentric Woman, where our mission is to inspire Black women to heal core wounds and embrace a luxurious and abundant lifestyle. Thank you for joining me. Let's talk, sis. Hi, thanks for tuning into the AfroCentric Woman. I want to give you some more pointers in regards to getting flued out. So there's at least two things that I want to share. Okay, so the first one is that in the first video that I did, which I will link below in the description box, I told you to make sure that you get everything in your name. So you're going to get the hotel in your name. You're going to get your plane ticket in your name. And also you need like the money for the Uber. So you're not going to like let him book your Ubers. Oh, no, don't. I'll send you the Uber. Like, no. Just get a lump sum of money so you can get your Ubers and then your food and stuff at the airport and to and from, or if you need to do any sightseeing, or if you need to keep yourself busy while he is in meetings or doing whatever it is that he's doing, you need money for that too. I just want to clarify as to why I'm telling you that you need to get these hotels and stuff booked in your own name and you need your own hotel room. So a lot of times, and this happened to me when I was like in my early 20s. I'll never forget. So first let me tell you, then I'll tell you the little story time. So guys will tell you that they don't care about sex. It's not a big deal. They just want you to come. They're not even thinking about that. They just want to cuddle. They just want to talk. They just want to hear your voice. Blah, 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 blah. Yes, they want sex. So sometimes, like, if they book your room and everything is in their name, you don't know, especially if you don't know the guy. Like, if you have a good rapport with him and you like, I'm talking like over 6 dates. I'm talking like 3 to 6 months. I'm talking like you've seen him in different situations. This is a new connection. You don't know this guy. You know that you're dealing with you know his mask is still on. You know, you don't know him until you tell him no. You don't know who he is until you tell him no to something that he really wants from you. Then you'll get to see who he is and you'll get to see how he acts. You get to see him if you tell him no. You also get to see him after he gets what he wants. So after he gets what he wants, then you'll get to see who he is. Does he ghost you? Does he disappear? Does he start acting crazy? Now he's conquered you. He's on to the next. Because, you know, a lot of males operate like that. They're just knocking down vaginas, just vagina after vagina, especially guys with money. They have the money to do it. So they're just running through women, running through them. And you would be surprised at how long they do this. And with blue pills and Viagra and stuff like that, they continue this promiscuous behavior a really long time. So I say that to say the reason why I told you to get the hotel in your own room is because you don't want to get, especially to a foreign country or to a city that you don't know anybody, and then you tell this guy no. He thinks that he's wined and dined you. He took you shopping. He did this and that for you, and he thinks that, you know, okay, I've done enough, like, give it to me. And you're like, no, good night. I really enjoyed myself. I'll see you in the morning for breakfast. And there's been ladies who have had their hotels canceled. There have been ladies who have had their flight canceled where the guy's like, oh, you don't want to give me what you want, you don't want to give me what I want. Fine, you get home on your own. And these ladies have been stranded. They've had to reach out to other ladies to try to get the money to get home because they didn't necessarily have the money saved up or whatever the case may be, or whatever. Like, anything could go wrong, even if you are in a place in your relationship where, you know, intimacy occurred, or it could be anything. You just don't know these guys. So I want to make sure that you ladies stay safe. I want to make sure that you ladies are taken care of and that you are going to be in a secure environment. And so that's why I suggest that you book your own rooms and things like that. So once you book your room in your own name with your own credit card and stuff like that, nobody can mess with your reservation. You know, when you buy your own airline ticket from the airlines with your own credit card, no one can cancel your flight home. You see what I'm saying? Because he got a bad attitude. Now, if he gets a bad attitude, I will say this. For most of them, If they know they don't have full control over you, that gives you more leverage as the woman. So they're going to be more likely to have better behavior. They're going to be more likely to have better behavior because they know that you have your own ticket. They know you have your own hotel. They know that you are in control of your own self. So they don't have that to hang over your head like, oh, don't make me cancel your flight, that kind of a thing. So it's very, very important. And it's like, I just don't want you ladies, because I know many of you are excited to get flued out. I just don't want you to get so excited and so enamored with the idea of getting flued out that you start compromising on the things that I'm telling you. I'm telling you these things to keep you safe. Now, I'm preparing you for possible worst case scenarios. If you don't need any of the tips that I'm telling you, like everything just goes so great and you get taken care of, and like he doesn't trip about the fact that you need your own room and that he's not pressuring you for sex and stuff like that, then that's great. Then you don't need your contingency plan. You don't need a contingency plan. But I just want to make sure that when you're going out of your comfort zone, you're leaving your city where you have your family, you have your friends, you know the lay of the land, you know where your police precincts are, you know where the fire stations are, you know where the safe zones are, you know the good side of town, you know the bad side of town, you know your city, you know your community. But when you are going to someone else's city or to another or to a foreign country, you are vulnerable. And I want you to have a good time. I want you to enjoy your life. Um, I want you to ball out. I want you to wow out. I want you to have a turn up. I want you to turn up, but I want you to be safe first and foremost. So that is why it is so meticulous about how you need to manage these fluid out experiences. It's very meticulous. I'm sorry. I had to think about it. Okay, this is let me tell you the story time and then I'll tell you my other tip. Okay, so that I don't forget, the other tip is don't let the trip be a carrot that they're dangling at in front of you. Okay, so when I was like in my like early-ish 20s, like early to mid 20s, this guy wanted me to go to New York City with him, and I really didn't want to go. We were in our city. He had been trying to sleep with me. He had been trying to court. I just didn't want to talk to him like that. Like I just didn't. I couldn't really take him serious. He was just somebody that I just couldn't take serious. He was just such a flirt and just so flamboyant with his money and stuff like that. I couldn't take him serious now. Had I known what I know now, I would have like probably gotten a car from him or something. Like I would have gotten something much more substantial if I was as smart as I am now back then. But back then, I really didn't know. Like, I was satisfied with, like, taking me out to nice restaurants, paying for everything. When my friends would come in town, he would take care of their hotel. He would take all of us out. And I was satisfied with that at the time. My standards were not where they are today. So he was like, I want to take you to New York. I want to take you to New York. I was like, no, I really don't want to go to New York because I told him at I told him up front, like, listen, I know I'm not gonna sleep with you. So I don't want to go to New York. I don't want you to get your hopes up. I don't want there to be tension. I don't want things to be bad. I just want to enjoy because it was Valentine's Day, y'all, and he wanted to take me to New York. And I was like, and plus I don't want to be ratchet. He's like, no, I'm gonna get us a 5-star hotel on the Upper East Side. Whoop 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 whoop. It's not gonna be bad. We're gonna go to a 5-star restaurant. I just want everything to be perfect for you. And I was just like, I had never, by at that time, I'd never stayed on the Upper East Side before, like in a nice 5-star hotel. So I was like, oh, that's enticing. Like I started thinking about it, but I was like, I just really don't want to go. I just don't want you to I just don't want to ruin, because we were like kind of like casually dating, like kind of like as friends. It had never gotten to an intimate place, and I really just didn't want that from him. And so I just didn't want to go. And he just kept on hounding me about it. Like, it's Valentine's Day. Why are you going to stay in this city? Let's go. I'm going to take care of everything. Da 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 da. So I finally was like, okay, that's fine. So we went. Um, We had dinner. I think it was at a French restaurant. We had dinner. I think we went to a show. Um, we went to a show and maybe a lounge or something in New York. This was so many years ago. And we got back to the hotel, and I'm like, all right, good night. And he tried, his little moves, and I was like, good night. He tried his moves, and he tried everything. He tried pouting, he tried crying, he tried manipulating me, he tried guilting me, he tried, oh, will I spend all this money? He tried just every tactic in the book. And finally, when he realized that nothing was working, he left. And I was like, "Well, where are you going? And when are you coming back?" I was supposed to be traveling back with him to our city. Lucky, or rather lucky for me, the way he purchased the hotel, he paid for it up front. So when you do those like travel sites, and they require you to purchase the entire like they because you're getting a discount, they make you pay for the room in advance. So the room had been paid for. So he left that night because he was upset that I wouldn't sleep with him. And I ended up waking up in the morning and getting myself together. He wouldn't answer the phone. So I was like, okay, well, I need to make my own arrangements to get back to our city, back to my city. And I'm going to check out from the hotel. So I get myself together, I get dressed and stuff like that. And I don't know if I had breakfast, I don't remember, but I went down to the front desk to check out. And she was like, Mr., let's call him Johnson. All right, Mrs. Johnson. I was like, oh no, that's Frank's, whatever. Oh, she was like, okay, well, is Mr. Johnson available? Or, is Mr. Johnson going to come and take care of this? And I was like, well, I'm going to go ahead and take care of it. And she's like, all right, well, I just need your credit card. And I was like, why? She said, well, you paid for your room, but we need a credit card upon checkout, just for any incidentals. So I guess like maybe if there were like damage to the room, or if we utilized anything from the bar, from the little mini bar and things like that. So she absolutely needed my card. So I was like, that's fine. I went ahead and gave her my card. Of course, I didn't, do anything to the room, so everything was fine. But it just goes to show, what if he hadn't paid for the room in advance, I would have been stuck with that bill. Keep in mind, this is a trip that I didn't even want to go. You know what I'm saying? This is a trip that he begged me for 2 weeks to go with him. This is a trip that he begged me for 2 weeks to go, and he didn't even have the decency to check out or come up there and make arrangements for the hotel. So this is a person that I have been seeing for months. So I say all that to say, you don't know a male until you tell him no. You don't know his character, and you do not know what he's capable of until you tell him no. So cover all your bases. I'm saying, go have fun, but cover all your bases so that you don't end up financially impacted behind a trip that you got invited to the first time. Most women are not, and we're not inviting ourselves to get flued out. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not like, oh, take me here, take me there. Like 9 times out of 10, we're not asking for a trip. When trip comes up, it's the guy 9 times out of 10 saying, fly to me, or let's go here, or let's have a destination date. They're the ones who want it. So considering that this is a fact, that's something that they want, they're initiating. Don't get economically impacted, especially if you're a student, if your budget is tight, or whatever the case may be. Don't get into a situation where you're financially impacted because this guy wanted to invite you on this trip, and you don't know how he's going to react when you tell him no, or you don't do something that he wants you to do. All right. So the other thing that I want you to be aware of is, I've seen this has happened in my personal life a few times, where guys will say a trip out into the far distance. So they'll meet you, and like within maybe like 2 or 3 dates, by like date 2 or date 3, they're already saying, I want to take you on a trip, a vacation. But it's not anytime soon. It's like 2 months from now or 3 months from now, or you know what I'm saying? It's well into the future. And it's gonna be something really exotic like Bora Bora or Greece or the Cayman Islands, or like they play it up like it's going to be this amazing trip, or Aruba or Saint, what is the other one? Not Saint Kitts, Saint Bart, I think. Like they'll play it up like it's going to be this amazing trip. You guys are going to be in a villa. You're going to do all this stuff. You're going to fly first class. And this is in the future. And so you start getting excited about this trip, and they think like they kind of like act as though the trip has already happened. So they want to take liberties with you as though they've already done the trip. Like the trip is coming. It's just a ploy. Basically what it is, it's a carrot. It's a carrot that they dangle in front of certain women, because especially women who like these guys, they know what's up. Women who are new to level up, who are really cute, they're pretty, but really kind of finding their bearing, they're really finding their voice, and they're not all the way settled into themselves and totally comfortable in their skin. These are definitely the women that they prey on, because you are beautiful and they know that, but you don't have a lot of experience, dating wealthy men, or you don't have a lot of experience dealing with men with money. And so this trip sounds like, oh, perfect. This trip is going to fit right into my level up lifestyle. You start thinking about, oh, I'm going to take pictures for my IG. Oh, this is going to be so great. I'll get to brag to my friends that this guy took me on this date. So it's like you start getting all this emotional attachment and all this emotional reaction to this trip. Keep in mind, he is using the, like, he's not doing anything for you today. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not paying no bills today. He's not doing nothing now. He's not producing now, because he's sold you this dream of this trip 2 months from now. So best believe within that time frame before you go on this trip, he's going to try you. He's going to try to sleep with you. He's going to try to control you. He's going to try to do all kinds of stuff, because he thinks in his mind, oh, she's going to be on her best behavior and be obedient to me, because if she doesn't, she's going to blow her trip. Keep in mind, the trip is not even going to fucking happen anyway. It's all a dream. It's all a lie. It's not going to happen. But he is banking on the fact that you are naive enough, new enough, green enough that you don't know it's a con. And so he's going to be talking crazy to you. He's going to be demanding more of your time than what you probably want to give. He's going to be wanting immediate responses to his texts and calls. He's going to be wanting to be prioritized in his life. And keep in mind, he's not paying the cost for any of that. So he hasn't really invested enough into you to warrant a fast response, or to warrant a prioritization, or to warrant giving him your entire Saturday and Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Like, who are you? John, like, who are you? But he is banking on the fact that you're gonna be lenient with him, because y'all are going to Bora Bora in 3 months from now. So you're gonna give him your whole weekend, even though he hasn't paid, invested into your life at that level. You're gonna be responsive to him on text. You're gonna be really available. You're really gonna be, let a lot of shit slide. You're gonna look the other way on a lot of things that he does, because you don't want to blow your trip to Bora Bora, and they know this. They're banking on you being naive. They're banking on the fact that you're green, you're cute, you're pretty, but you're green. You don't know no better. But if you're listening to this channel, if you're on my channel, I'm telling you, your big sister is telling you to beware of these kind of things. I had a guy try to do that with me to like Aruba in Jamaica, I think. And I'm like, I don't want to go to Jamaica, first of all. Aruba, maybe, but I mean, I don't care. Like, I asked you for something simple and you can't do it today. So why am I going to go to Aruba with you? He thought I was new to this, but I'm not, baby. Baby, I'm not new to this. Sir, you're not about to dangle no trip to no Aruba in front of my face and think that you're going to treat me any type of way. No. I want my cash today. There's a basic financial concept that you need to know. Cash today is more valuable to you than cash tomorrow, or cash 3 months from now. So I want my money now. You can give me money 3 months from now, that's fine. But every day that I go without getting the money, I'm in the hole. So no, if you're not willing to do for me now, then I'm not here for it. Like, I need to see immediate like action. And the crazy thing is, like, I started pulling away from that guy, and he like threw out these trips as like a last ditch effort to try to like lure me back into his web. No, I'm good. I'm good. It's not worth it. I don't care about this trip. You're the one that wants to go on the trip. I don't care. I can't necessarily say I want to be entertaining you for 3 days in a row because it's a lot of fucking work. So I can't necessarily say that I want to sign up for that. And I don't even think that you're ready to invest at the level that it would take to get me in Aruba for 3 days straight, bro. So no, your eyes are bigger than your stomach and your eyes are bigger than your wallet. So no, I'm not going to be able to do it. All right, beautiful ladies. Thank you so much for listening. And I hope that you ladies stay safe out there, stay vigilant, stay agenda driven, worth, um, get paid, get investments, sit back, let these men prove themselves to you, let them show you who they are. If you know, stay safe in your city until you feel comfortable or have the proper investment that it would take for you to get yourself out of your safe space. And I thank you for listening. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell while you're at it. Peace and love.
Thank you so much for sharing your time and attention with the Afrocentric woman. Special gratitude to our subscribers. If you'd like to stay connected with this channel and you haven't subscribed yet, please do so by hitting the subscribe button and the notification bell. If you like this content, please hit the like button. If you have any comments or thoughts about the content shared, please drop down into the comment section and let us know. Remember, you are worthy, you are enough, you are unique, and you are lovable. And I appreciate you.